Been in Etowah for a few days now. Decided to take a stroll out in the woods, and unfortunately I got lost. It can happen to anybody. Don't let it happen to you. I've been out in the woods for about 15 seconds now, and I realized that if I wanted to survive, I would need to drink my own urine. I was worried about how I would be able to do that, but luckily I don't go anywhere without my trusty spit bottle. So here we go. Seeing what my urine looks like, I figured maybe it's time to lay off the Mountain Dew Code Red and Monster Energy. Luckily, I don't think they sell that out in the woods. The nights here in Etowah can get really cold, so I knew that if I want to survive, I'm gonna need to start a fire. So I thought back to when I took fire starting in elementary school, because we don't need to learn anything important. So I tried to remember what they taught me, and I did. All right, my first try didn't work, and I forgot that when you try to start a fire, you can't use one hand, you gotta use both hands. So let's see if it works. Holy cow. As you can see, it's actually working. This baby will be burning for minutes. An important aspect of survival is obviously getting some kind of shelter, keeping you away from the elements and wild animals. Etowah is known to have chupacabras. There's been a few Sasquatch sightings. So you really gotta have a good shelter. I found a nice fallen tree here, should make for a good shelter. So got a couple logs here. We'll just start on one side and start putting these bad boys on here. We can come back later and put some leaves on. Way to keep the rain out and stuff like that. It took me a few minutes to build the shelter, but it's not much. I think it should be able to at least keep me safe, keep me somewhat warm, keep the rain off of me. So I guess it'll just have to do. It's been about 30 minutes since I've had any grits, and I could feel my body starting to shut down. Figured this would be a good time to forage, see if I'm able to find anything to keep me going, give me a little bit of energy. I'd been searching for a while when I ran into a leprechaun. I wasn't sure if he was a good leprechaun or a bad leprechaun, but he led me to this tree with these strange looking berries on it. And they're bright colored, and if I know anything about survival, it's that anything bright is fine to eat. I wanted to put my berries on the fire because everyone knows in the South you can't eat anything unless it's fried. I found this wolf. He tracked me down. I was able to train him, and now he's been by my side helping me. It's my trusted steed. The berries didn't fill me up, and I don't want to have to do it, but he's starting to look more and more appealing. Another trick we learned about surviving in the woods is that if you want to talk politics, someone will show up immediately to argue with you. So I figured I would give it a shot. Bernie Sanders should be our next president. The politics trick didn't work. I really thought that somebody would show up. I gave Rocky a sniff of my Copenhagen wintergreen long cut, and it seems like he's picked up on the scent, so somebody must be nearby. It was a tough decision, but I did what needed to be done in order to make sure I survived. I'm so sorry, Rocky. You were a good wolf. You will always be remembered. It's starting to get dark out. It's starting to get a little cold. Luckily, I brought my sweatshirt that's been passed down to me through I don't even know how many generations. Probably since the South won the Civil War. I'm starting to get a little scared, so I figured I would say a prayer and hope for the best. Our Intimidator, who art in heaven, Dale Earnhardt be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in turn 3. Give us this day our daily dip, and forgive our trespasses on hunting land, but we do not forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from Islam. For Dale is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Raise hell, praise Dale. It's my first night in the shelter. I was able to tie a kite to the roof, and it's storming, so every time the lightning strikes, I'm able to get a little bit of electricity. Hopefully I live to see another day.